Studio Arts, and this is our fall series, the continuation of the fall images. This is number 13, I believe. So, is it 13 or 14? I think it's 14. It's the 14th one. We've had 14 lessons on this video. Sure really missed the one-on-one. I wish I could see what you all are doing with these painting lessons. So, fall image. I have found something that's going to be challenging. Yes, I know it's going to be challenging for me. I'm a little anxious, but I've seen this door. I drive by this door of the Baptist Church on Locust here in Wilmington daily, and I just think that's so pretty. It's just so simple, and what they've done is they've taken two baskets and placed them for their wreaths and filled them with fall copia, and I just think that it's just so pretty. And I was able to capture the image on my camera the other day during the golden hour, and the golden hour is the hour before sunset and the hour before sunrise. So as far as taking pictures with your camera, that's the best time to do so because it's very warm and the shadows are longer and they almost have a purple cast to them. So I was able to get this door, and I already have it traced out. What I did on the 8x10 canvas is I just gave it a light wash with some burnt sienna, a lot of water, a big brush, a big soft brush, and I just did that to kind of get rid of the white that tends to be so threatening when starting a new painting. And I've traced the image on there. I've got it sketched out, ready to go. And what I'm going to do in this video, since there's a lot of detail, I've purchased some really fine. Our videographer is dropping things. I've purchased some really tiny brushes that I've been real excited to try out, and this image will lend itself for that. I'm going to complete one side as best as I can with you here, and then the next, while my assistant is working on her image, she's taken a different view of the same image, and while she's working, I'm going to complete mine, and you'll, as always, you'll see our finished pieces at the end. But I'm just going to go through with you and kind of give you a little bit of instruction of how to make this your own. All right, so you're going to catch up, get your sketch on there. I've got all my fall colors laid out on my palette, pretty much everything. Not a lot of color in this one. We've got the red bricks, the red door, creams and goldens within this stonework arch, a little bit of blue-gray into our sidewalk there. The fall colors all in the little tiny pieces. We're not going to get too involved with a lot of detail. They may just be little brush strokes. I'm going to start with the back. As always, top back, and move forward, move downward to the front. Our last pieces are going to be the very fine detail, the leaves within the copia. And I keep saying copia because I looked up copia and back to the Latin derivative copia. It means abundance. And then I started wondering, why are all churches have red doors? And there's a lot of symbolism involved with that, with the red being the blood of Christ, possibly. And then there's some other people who are saying that there was just an abundance of red paint. That's why barns are red. But red being a warm color, signifying a very warm place for whomever would enter these doors, a safe haven. So this very simple image is loaded with some nice symbolism. Okay, get started. I had a brush. There, okay, pretty good size brush, medium size. I'm gonna mix up this brick color, and I'm gonna treat I'm not going to work every single brick. I'm just going to do a local color with the red and some burnt umber, cadmium red and burnt umber, mixing these, pulling these out. Water. And I'm going to just lightly go, I'm actually do a wash so I can still see my pencil lines of the brick. And I'm just going to treat the whole thing as one. A little more red. So I'll work this left side of the canvas for you. I'll work in complete detail, but I'm still going to just get all the brickwork one single local color of the red brown. And you will have this image to work from. While that's wet, I'm going to go ahead and get a small brush, and I'm just going to kind of piece in some bricks around the arch. I'm not worried so much of the whole, getting every single brick. I want to just give the viewer an indication of what's happening behind this door here, because that's what I really want to concentrate on and get some nice detail work. I'm mixing this red brown. I'm kind of going into some yellows. Just going to do a few bricks here and there. A little bit of white. Taking advantage of the wetness so I can get some good blending. I'm just going to piece in some of this mortar around with the white. And I'll go back into this as I go along. I like to start and get everything finished and work large to small. I'm not real concerned right at this moment. I'm just going to piece in a few more. Okay, I still have my small brush. I'm going to put this medium size to the side. And I'm just going to work this top of this arch. I'm pulling out some of this white. And I've got a golden color. Mix those two. Difficult painting. I just want you to take your time, look at the shapes. Adrian is going to concentrate mostly on the middle part with the fall image there and blow it up. So if you choose to do that, that's perfectly all right. First local color down, and then I'm going to go back in with my details. I'm going to add a little bit of ultramarine blue and burnt umber. That's how I get my darks. I'm not going to use black as a rule. I'm using some of these darker pieces of this arch. Casting these long shadows from the, so cool. I've got this gray coming already. I'm just gonna, from the burnt umber and the ultramarine blue, piece in my foreground real quickly. This is all the sidewalk in the front. Local color, just putting it down. Working quickly, I can still blend my wet on wet. Some of these that have some harsh line, I can go back in. I'll just soften up that line, the harsh line. Blend that into the wetness. Got a lot of paint on my brush. I'm going to pull it off. Water. Now we're going to go right on into this door. So I've got some alizarin crimson. I still have a small brush. I might change back to the medium-sized brush so I can get this larger part covered quicker. Cleaning off. Alizarin crimson, red, cadmium red. Put some burnt umber in there. A little more of the brightness of the red. Just about got it. A lot of paint there. A bit more water. Okay, here we go. Local color, just the basic color red. I'm not worried about the shadows right now. I'm just gonna get coverage, first initial coverage. That means I need more paint, dab of water, a little more paint. You'll get the feel of it. You'll know when, and you won't even think about it. It'll just happen. Brush strokes, look, I'm going up and down. Always following the direction of the object itself, the way it moves. We talk about how something still does have movement, And I went a little lighter in there because I had my pencil lines for the slats in the door. I want to make sure I see those. Just getting my first layer. Here again, Wilmington, the big booming metropolis. We have, it really sounds like we're filming from New York City right here. Just about got my first layer on my door. Doors there. Okay. So when I start working toward my detail, which I will do aside while Adrian's working on hers, what I plan to do with that red doors, I'm working very quickly. I'll go ahead and do one side. I've got some purple that I'm going to mix back into this red-brown mixture. And I'll probably throw in a little bit of ultramarine blue. I'm looking for this shadow that's right there. I'm just going to paint the whole thing, keeping it light. I need a lot more water, more transparent. Work quickly enough. And this cast shadow off of the basket wreath it's such an interesting shadow. I love shadows. I just as a whole. This shadow comes, I'm getting less pigment anymore. And this one comes out. Remember I talk about how directions, listen to me. Here, this one comes out, it goes back in, it comes here, and then it goes back down here. I'm always telling myself directions when I work. This way and comes up. This way goes back. And this one is going to bleed across there a little bit. But I'm only working this side of the door, so let's stay focused. Okay. Still wet. I'm going to just put this aside so I can work quickly into this wetness. A little more dark. So I'm adding more purple into my ultramarine blue and burnt umber. I'm going to get this dark. I'm going to redraw dark pieces into here of the architect, the way that this door is put together. Darkness in my brush. Get a little bit of light into that white. I'm gonna stick back into this red brown, just a little lighter version, and then I'm just gonna come in. There's some lighter pieces. Basket wreath. I think that's just such a clever idea. I don't know if it reads so well far away, but when I got up close to it, I was like, oh my goodness, that's a basket that they used. All right, so I'm just gonna get some of this golden yellow in with dark sienna in my basket. A tad bit of white. This will just be very painterly. I've got a lime light yellow green and a darker green. Mix those together. I'm just going to do some dabbing, more like an impressionistic style, letting you see the colors. Not worried about the exactness because this is a further back in the, as far as the view goes. Not worried about cleaning my brush at this point. Fall colors kind of melding all together. Back in that dark mixture I still have with the ultramarine blue and burnt umber for my dark. Give a little depth. Inside this basket. I'm just dabbing as not to disturb the vibrant colors. I'm barely touching the canvas. Okay, I will do just a little bit more on this left side. I mixed up some cadmium yellow and cadmium red, working around these cast shadows and kind of dabbing into them. It's going to be so pretty when it's done, I hope. You never know, do you? All right. So the key is tiny brushes, dabs if you were doing the longer version, and then you'll see what Adrian's going to do with the close-up zoom version. Again, it's your choice. You are in control. Don't be afraid. That's how we get better. Sometimes a photo or the actual thing is prettier than what happens on the canvas, but I do drive by this every day, and I think I'm just going to challenge myself, and I'm going to extend that challenge onto you and see if we can't duplicate it in this abundance, the copia, and the this nice, warm, inviting, simple image. Happy painting. I miss you guys. See you next week. Thanks.